early and persistent high expectations of my and for a child or a young person. Remember, as I said when I began, high expectations alone aren't ever sufficient, but absolutely critical. On the other hand, they still have to inoculate young people against the test of bricks and the mere sand others throw their way, while creating possibilities that otherwise would have seemed beyond reach. As a matter of public policy, we begin conversations with youth with significant disabilities around what they want to be when they grow up, after they are 14 or 16, sometimes even later. If there is one thing I would like you to take away from what I say this morning, it is the path to change. Children with disabilities are no different than other children. Beginning early and throughout their school years, they need to experience success, failure, and growth and adult growth. And they need to be taught how and why those experiences shape their future. And they need, in particular, to understand that they can and do mold their own world. And number 3, positive, successful role models. And do that what you want your life and future to look like. Remember, beginning when I was in middle school, I began to hang out with a group of slightly older, group of young adults with significant disabilities who were making things happen with their lives, going to college, working at bank accountants, or at the state legislature, learning to drive, doing things I wanted to do. A major reason why I went to college, got a job, pursued a career, and did other things in my life is that I had known and witnessed others with significant disabilities do the same thing. And friends and colleagues that had traveled a similar trajectory tell us the same story. So say that inclusion makes this less likely to happen. I am not certain that needs to be the case. We live in the ever-changing second of YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, iPhones, iPads, and business chats. These technologies can, of course, be used to talk and marginalize young people, but at the place our work, and it gets better. And I fully YouTube campaigns demonstrate such going viral approaches are powerful tools for sowing greater self-esteem, mutual understanding, and a sense of mastery over one's life and future. These same strategies, I believe, are equally critical. If our goal is growing success, to grow it, we must show it. Let me close by describing a bit of how this will connect to the SSA, Office of Employment Support Program, which I have now had for the last 6 August. In brief, we fund services, including those provided by VR agencies and, in some cases, school districts, to coordinate, arrange for, and provide services and supports that enable disability beneficiaries, including young people, ages and older, to receive training, become employed, increase their earnings, reduce their reliance on disability benefits, and eventually earn a better living by becoming fully self-supporting whenever possible. And it will come as no surprise to you, after having listened to me grown up, that one of the priority areas we are beginning to explore working in is something we call college to career. Simply put, we know that only the backup Social Security beneficiaries who go to college go on to graduate and some of them actually earn a degree only about and go on to work once they complete it. Even if we close these gaps by a small percentage each year, we believe the savings in both human and economic terms will be significant over time. We are still very much in the drawing forward stage of design plan initiatives like this might look. But we are exploring ways that we might be able to make advanced accelerated job placement for college students and other job seekers with disabilities into a good, self-supporting, career ladder job in the green sector and other high growth fields. We do not want to recreate the wheel. We want to support and grow what works. We are especially interested in doing this with regard to the project that you might be using that emphasize offering internships, peer support, mentoring, and other online learning for undergraduate support while an individual lives in college as well as after they graduate. We would love to find ways to partner with you. Thank you very much.
For him, either about the initiative itself at OESP, not OSCP, as most of us in special ed are familiar with, or if you have questions for Bob about his experiences and tips for vision and dreams that you guys can build on. So Bob, I have a question for you. So for students who are in high school, who there's sort of at an age right now where now we know that we need to be planning elementary, middle school to help kids get ready for high school and then college and careers. But for students who are in high school right now, as a mentor to them, what words of wisdom would you give them to prepare for life after high school?
What I say to both young people with disabilities, their parents, and teacher is then getting a first job for internship is the most important thing they can do to learn about themselves, their interests, and abilities, and to create then future beginning now When I say to for the young people with disabilities, their parents and teachers is that getting a first job or internship is the most important thing they can do to learn about themselves, their interests and abilities, and to create a future beginning now. I can go on. Tell you the number of college and university students who are extremely gifted are working on their master yet can internalize that they can go on work both because they have a disability and frankly because of what they think the Social Security rules are around work. Some of that is legitimate. Much of it, however, is based on fear and the culture we have created. I can tell you a number of college and university students who are extremely gifted are working on their master's yet, and they can't go on work because they have a disability and frankly because of what they think the Social Security rules are wrong. Work, some of them is legitimate, however, is based on fear and the culture we have created.
first job. And thinking back to comments yesterday, I think by Meg Regal, as she was talking about goals on the IEP and the transition plan focusing on getting a job, preparing for that job. And so obviously that's something that we can be addressing in the high school, but then also the more an equally substantive issue of helping folks to understand the current eligibility and so that they can work and not lose all the benefits. And so we'll be sharing some information by email with you on some of the initiatives out of Rob's office so that you can take it back and share with your VR colleagues and also with your workforce readiness colleagues. Okay. Yes, Connie. And there's a mic. Yeah.
One, I want to thank Bob. He was one of the first individuals with significant disabilities that hung out with the growing parent movement in the 80s and 90s. Taught us all a lot. But one of the things that he mentioned in his statement that I'd like everybody to realize when he talked about parents, what we also know that it's really important for parents to see role models of successful adults with disabilities, and sometimes forget that. And it's like I can say, an uncooperative mom has a meeting. And we really need to be able to grasp and bring with our kids and go forward. So I want to reinforce that statement because it's real critical for parents to also see that success.
Thanks, Connie. Yes.
Good morning. To piggyback on that, we all know, I think we would all agree that high expectations are a key component to success, often beginning with families, having that vision and having that support. And even in some families, we have an educational system that supports. You mentioned peer mentors as being a key part of role models. So any other ideas you have about, a number of our students come from families where there are no expectations and go into school systems where there are limited expectations. So aside from peer mentoring, peer models, any other advice you have about what can help shift for those students who don't have those expectations?
Proposals threats upon them. Made in did budget is to do a
See, this way you get more than just like screen. This is
demonstration called SSI promise that would work with children with disabilities and their families who are receiving, SSI, 2,
All right, yourself.
first, understand, though, dynamics, and, 2, pursue, strategy, 2, address, then, when proposals pressed upon the making this budget due to a demonstration called SSI, throughout the state would work with children with disabilities and their families who are receiving SSI. 2, first, understand those dynamics, and 2, pursue strategies to address them. I think if we want young people receiving SSI 2